And welcome back to FireCast Season 1, Episode 9.
Yes, sir.
9. I always forget what fucking episode we are. With my co-host DZ.
What's cracking?
And today's a fucking exciting one, man. We've got Josh on the show.
What's happening, everybody?
Thanks for coming, brother.
No, good, man. I've been wanting to do this for fucking ages.
Yeah, we've been trying to organise for ages.
I was driving. I'm like, I'm a little. I was talking to Pierce, and I was like, I'm fucking nervous, bro. I don't know why. I'm like, me and him have been talking about doing this for ages, and I'm like, here it is, finally. And fuck yeah, it's good, man.
That's a good thing about like having like a podcast with people you know, because you could be a little bit nervous, but as soon as you start talking, bro, it goes away.
Right.
Like,
we're doing the same thing we were doing 2 seconds ago.
Exactly. That's what everyone says.
It's just everyone talking shit, really.
Yeah. That's it, man.
So today's is an interesting one because we were just basically you're basically like a mini little stock guru now. You were showing us some shit and explaining some things that are pretty interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you actually said you did a course on it.
Yeah. So I did this like what's called a pool. It wasn't like when I say course, it's not like a TAFE online sort of like 6 months. Like I was just looking on the internet for different things, and then there was this package where you could buy this guy's book.
Yep.
And then when I was like, okay, cool, I'll look into this book. Like I want to read and learn and just understand because I made some mistakes initially, like just going off YouTube, and you'd see a stock tip on YouTube and think, oh, I'll buy that. This guy's buying it. But you look into it more and you learn that these YouTube guys, they're trying to get views.
They're clickbaiting.
It's clickbaity. Yeah. They're trying to get views, and they're trying to make it look like that they know what they're talking about as best they can. But they're not giving you the full picture of like what it's actually like to invest in stocks and whatever. So I didn't know that. So when I started buying stocks, I was just doing like YouTube stock pick. Cool, man, this guy's, he's got 100K subscribers. You must know what he's talking about. It's very easy to do that. Especially if you don't know how the stock market works. And this is before I knew. I was buying stocks before I knew that what moves the market is buying and selling power, which is like you have to understand that concept, that because you see the lines moving and this and that, like, and most people look at a chart and be like, "What the fuck is going on? Like, why is it red and now it's green? Like, how does that happen?" It's buying and selling power. And I didn't even know that before I bought my first fucking stock, bro. I saw on TikTok that CCRV thing. I was going crazy about that. And I looked at it, I'm like, fuck, I could have got in for like $10 a share less than I got in at had I known what I know now. So basically the course is just like, it's what they call pullback trading, which is just like...
I forgot the name, what you were trying to... I forgot what you called it.
The little course was like, it took me I did like over the course of 2 weeks, just watched all the videos and read all the information on there and stuff. And I'm currently reading the book as well. The book's a little bit different to the pullback method, but it's still good. Any knowledge is good. Yeah, basically it's just like teaching you how to, with different indicators, that's what they call, like you got a chart, and then on the chart, depending on what software you use, you can add indicators, which are basically movement indicators, which can kind of predict where a stock's going to go. And a lot of people might hear the word predict and think, oh, so you're just being hopeful that it's like, no, stocks move in patterns. Obviously things can happen, shit happens, like it's not guaranteed, but if you combine all these different indicators together, what you're looking for is what's called confluence between the indicators. Like all the indicators are telling you the same thing. And if you've got like 6 or 7 different indicators telling you the same thing, you can bet your bottom dollar that like 99% of the time it's going to move in that direction. Like things can go wrong. Like let's say you're you've invested in Facebook and you think that based on these indicators there's confluence. They're all saying it's on a downward trend, which is when you want to buy. Obviously you don't want to buy when it's in an upward trend. You want to try and buy it. That's a little bit misleading. You want to buy it. You can make money in a downtrend, because even in a downtrend, there's going to be highs and lows in the downtrend, and it's vice versa for the uptrend. But obviously, uptrend is where you can make more money because the price is more likely to move higher. Anyway, this is complex shit, but people probably listen like, what the fuck is this?
But a lot of people we know are interested in this too. So I think it's good, like just to take a minute.
I mean, I hope that all my close friends and that are listening to this, and I'm not trying to sound cool, or I just want everyone to understand that this is a great way to
make money,
change your life potentially. What I mean? If you can get in that like scale over time mindset, and you just work with like say $10 a week, $10 a week, $10 a week, and then you're like, okay, cool. I'm 10-0 on stocks now because of this method. Let's put the stakes up to $50 a week. And by the time you do that, you're not using your own money. You're using the stock market's money. Like it's not like you're. But it's a patient man's game, like Warren Buffett.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You guys, people probably know who Warren Buffett is.
Yeah, everyone knows that guy.
The stock market is a method of moving money from the impatient to the patient.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
you motherfucker.
That's so good.
Because
Right.
a lot of people, like, I've grown up my whole life. I think everyone gets told this by their parents. If it's too good to be true, it's because
Probably
it probably is.
Yeah.
But
Why is that such a common saying though?
yeah, exactly. With this is like, this can happen, and people literally can become rich from doing this shit
Very
if you
quickly.
just do it very
Very
if you
quickly.
do it smart.
But most of the time, if people get like rich quick, there is an ounce of luck involved. Like I'm
Yeah, of
talking like,
course.
within 2 weeks you change your life. There's an
Yeah.
ounce of luck in that, but there's also an ounce of intuition. But the balance between intuition and luck changes over time. And basically, the way I'm approaching it is, I want my intuition to be like 90% of it, and then luck to be 10% of it, because that's going to be a more long-term method. If I'm just relying on the game stops and this and that to make money and all these different Reddit rallies, what the people are calling now, Reddit rallies, which are just people that band together on Reddit and try to drive the price up. If I'm just relying on that, you ain't going to, it's not sustainable,
gonna
man.
work,
It's not
yeah.
sustainable. I want to learn proper methods so I can understand, okay, cool, here's a potential stock to buy. How can I ride this wave? Like Tesla right now is a great example. Tesla's like at a fucking low. The market kind of hit not a crash, but like a bit of a decline, because people like the S&P 500, which is like the top 500 publicly traded stocks on like the US stock exchanges, that had a bit of a dip. And then unfortunately, most people that are in the stock market game see a little bit of red and they freak out, and it's because they don't, they're just, they see that's their own money tied up in it, and they get a little bit worried. And then when a bunch of people start selling, prices start declining, and then more and more people freak out, and that's kind of how a crash eventually happens. But thankfully, the one recently, it seems like it's kind of leveled out and people have stopped freaking out so much. Obviously, there was a big crash last year with COVID, and that one kind of leveled out. Took a while to level out, but this one's a little bit different. So I've forgotten what my train of thought was. What was the question? I forgot my train of thought on that. The Tesla, that's what it was. It was Tesla. So right now Tesla's at an all-time, like, it's not an all-time low, but
it's low.
It's gone from like $900 a share to, what's it sitting at, like last time I saw, like $680, and that's in the span of 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
Wow.
And
so from your point of view, because you obviously know more than
We do.
not much more.
Yeah, but you still know. From your point of view, would example now buying one Tesla share be worth it, or do you still think you're better off buying a couple shares of it?
It just depends.
Is one share worth it?
One share is worth it because but right now, like, you think like it's shown that it can get to the 900 mark. Okay, so you tick that box. Yeah, cool. Okay, and obviously Tesla's it's essentially too big to fail.
They're huge.
Yeah,
They're huge.
Too big to fail.
that's the future, man.
And you can't see Tesla going below $200 a share, or even $300 a share. Like, it's fucking, with Elon Musk at the reins, like, that
not gonna
Tesla's a
happen,
safe bet.
Exactly
but
right.
you can't just expect to trade, like, buy a Tesla share at 680, and you can't go like, oh, it's been at 900 before, it's at 680 now. Fuck, man, I'm going to buy that now because it's been to 900 before. Like, no. You could probably, if you look at the charts, and I know, again, this is just like, I have to look at the chart now and see what it's doing. But if it's, there's certain indicators on a chart that's suggesting more of a downtrend, you could save yourself $50 to $100 potentially. So why not just wait
until it's at the best point?
The rule is see what the charts are doing. What are the charts doing? What are the indicators telling you? Before you buy a stock, you have to know, otherwise you're flying blind. And that's what I wish I knew. Because I'm like, fuck, I could have saved myself $100 worth of this. Like, I bought like 50 stocks at $3. I could have saved myself $100. Could have bought it for $1.50 if I had waited 2 fucking days. And I could have seen that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, and this is all like more relevant it is relevant for long-term investing. But, if I'm buying into Tesla, at the start of the year just to sell at the end of the year and more like a long-term thing, it's not as crucial. But I suppose if you're buying like 1,000 shares of Tesla for $600,000, you could save yourself $100,000 if you get it for close to the flight. You know what I mean? But it depends what your scale is. But if you're just like, oh, fuck it, I'll just buy a Tesla stock. It's at a low right now. That's not bad. But if you want to swing trade, which is what I'm trying to do, like 10-day swing trading, so basically how much money can I make in 10 days?
So yours is more of a quicker method of, okay,
in and out. I'm in and out, bro.
Can I turn $10 into $100?
Yeah, in and out, man. In and out. And you just see it all the time. Like, you see which is what I'm going to eventually scale to. You see a shares that I've kept an eye on, and basically I'm like 5 or 6-0. I'm in 6 plays at the moment, and I'm 5-0 on penny stocks, which anybody that is listening that understands the stock market a little bit more, like, penny stocks are super volatile. Like it's very, very hard to trade penny stocks, right?
Yeah.
And with this method, I'm 5-0 already. Like in this method, I haven't made like a crazy amount of money, but I've done all right.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do it the most like confident, I guess, cocky way possible, and just use this method on penny stocks. Even though the guy suggested you can, but you should practice with blue chips first, which sounds counterintuitive because blue chips are obviously more expensive. Like blue chips are like usually anywhere from $50 a share upwards. Usually would be a blue chip.
So blue chips are stocks that are a bit more.
Yeah, like think Apple, think Tesla,
Okay, so
think like,
bigger companies,
bigger companies,
blue chips. Okay, yeah.
And then basically penny stocks, just because the smallest ounce of bad or good news for a penny stock can shoot the price in any sort of direction really quick. Whereas Apple, it's like there's a bit of time to see how the market reacts to it with Apple. A little bit of time. Whereas with penny stocks, there's like no time. It just boom. It's either up or down, and it's just like that. But with the method that I'm using, because you're using one of these indicators that shows you where the buying power is at, you can see where the lowest buying power points are. So obviously, if it's at low buying power, obviously buying power moves it up. And if it's at low buying power, that means it's underbought is essentially what it's showing you. So it's at the lowest buying power point. And you've got to understand, that sounds like, oh, well, that must be the dip. You've still got to do your due diligence, and there could be a reason why it's at low buying power. Usually, most of the time, it's because that's just what stocks do. They go up and down, up and down, up and down. People take profits, which drives the price down, and then people buy at a discount, which buys the price up. That's kind of how it works. But sometimes you have to understand that's why you have to look into the company you're investing in and think, there could be a reason why this company is underbought right now. Maybe something happened. Maybe, someone said something racist, or you know what I mean? Like you've got a weird example, but you've got to,
that makes
you know what I mean?
a
Like
lot.
that's why when people say the stock market is it's risky, and these are the risks you got to be kind of willing to stomach and swallow that pill as easy or hard as you want. But yeah, that's like penny stocks. And at the moment I'm 5-0, hopefully you've got like a 10-day expiry. I'm 5-0.
Yeah.
Hopefully going to be 6-0, which it's looking likely because it's sort of climbing back up a little bit. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of the method that I'm using at the moment. And it's a method that you can scale over time if you're patient. You know what I mean? Like it's a method where you can just start. Like I said, you start off with $10 a week.
Yeah.
And when
Go
you get
increasing
super confident. Get like, if you want to be really, really like the smartest way to do it would be to like get like $10 a week, get 50-0, which is going to take a while. Obviously, like it's going to take a year, but that's what I'd recommend. If you're somebody that's like kind of like doesn't have a whole lot of money to begin with, that's what I'd recommend. You only invest what you're willing to lose.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Depending on what your bank account situation is, like if you can afford to do $100 a week, that's great. I wouldn't, even if you can afford to do it, I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
I'd recommend still doing the $10 a week. Maybe just do like
And get more
10
confident.
weeks. Do 10 weeks instead of 50. You know what I mean? Just depends what your financial
Well, you were
situation
saying
is.
too, you can even practice with paper money.
Trading,
yeah,
man. Paper trade.
That's where you should really start.
You just get unlimited funds and you can just fucking paper trade. Obviously you don't win any money or lose any, but you don't lose any money either. You just paper trade, and it's with real-time data. So you can literally just buy 1,000 Tesla shares and just be like, fuck, if I actually had bought 1,000 Tesla shares, here's what would have happened.
Oh,
So you practice.
Yeah.
and how do you do the paper trading? Does
Just set up a separate account on the IBKR, the interactive. If anyone wants to, interactive brokers is...
Okay.
I know, or Comsec's good too. Like I'm not sure if Comsec does international.
No, they
No,
do.
they don't.
do.
It's
They do.
minimum 500. Or do they?
Yeah, they do.
They do international markets as
so
well.
I had to so obviously because of COVID and shit, I had to wait like 10. It was 10 days, so 5 working days, so 2 weeks. And I had to open the account. It got opened straight away, and you can then start trading Australian shares and stocks straight away. I then had to apply for my international account, and that took 10 days, and that actually only just opened like at the start of last week. And that's where I can now, it's just a separate tab. I'll go on the Comsec International, and then there I can buy.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I might have been talking to Pierce or someone. They said it's just ASX. I'm like, maybe you have to apply.
You have to do that.
Yeah. That's what
I need
it
to
was.
do that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
You
I
got to
didn't know
apply.
that.
You got to apply for your international account.
That makes sense. Right.
Takes a couple days, and then now I'm ready to trade internationally. But now, like we were talking before, I'm now waiting to see the charts and learn how to look at the charts.
Well, trust me, don't buy it before I show you this. That's all I can say.
For sure.
And I know you wouldn't anyway. I know you wouldn't. But I know some people that they still. I teach them this. I teach them what I know here, and they still message me like, "Oh, bro, should I buy this or should I buy it?" I'm like
no.
look at the chart. Like they're asking me, "What do I think?" I'm like, "Well, why don't you try and apply what I taught you?
Yeah.
Have a look. You know what I mean? That's the only way you're going to get better. If you just keep coming to me and saying, "What do you reckon?" I mean, do it like with you guys and whatever. Like if you're going to just message me. and I'll give you my opinion, but I'm also going to say, but look into this. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? Remember this method, remember that method. And again, the main thing you're looking for is confluence, making sure that if there are 2 methods telling you one thing and 2 methods telling you another thing, you don't know what the fuck that stock's going to do.
Yeah.
But if you've got 5 or 6 of them telling you that it's going to go that way, then you can bet your bottom dollar it's going to go that way for the unless, of course, things can happen, like a plane could crash into the building, or you know, like that's just an extreme example. But shit happens, you know what I mean? Like, and that's why you can't expect to win every time. Some mother effers do. Okay, I can swear. What am I doing?
You're like, fucking
I have to
swear,
pull myself up, bro. What the fuck? I've already said like 20 swear words. I'm like, fuck, what am I doing, bro?
It's too late to bleep it out anyway.
Just all of a sudden,
Fucking
just
swearing.
some flip in my brain just went, don't swear, even though I fucking been swearing all.
Because we're doing like a proper talk for once.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. You know what I mean? And yeah, so you just obviously shit can happen with it, and that's just part of the game, but. Yeah, just don't go into it expecting every time to win, and don't get discouraged when you do lose, because it's like a
game. Bro.
It's a game. It's a
fucking
game, man. It's
like,
a game.
Well, what do you say then to non-believers and naysayers? Because I've had conversations, especially at work. You know, you have convos with people who kind of straight away they look back to that first saying where if it's too good to be true,
it is.
Then it is, or if it's that easy, why doesn't everyone do it? I feel like a lot of people get stumped with numbers and charts.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Too lazy to learn.
Like I was talking to shout out to my mum. I was like, I'm going to teach you this because it's like this is something right now with her situation. I'm like, this is going to keep you occupied and whatever.
Yeah.
And I showed her that, and she goes, "Oh, the charts, like, oh." And I think that's what it is, man.
You just,
I mean, I think
have
that's
to
what it
sit
is.
down really and hear someone out and,
like
let them show you.
And when I say charts, I don't mean fucking you Google a stock price and you see that chart on Google. That's not what I'm talking about, bro. I'm talking about way more in depth stuff than that. I'm not talking about fingers crossed. Oh,
like
fingers crossed, I'm getting in here.
Real time numbers.
Like I'm talking like the learning from motherfuckers that do this for a living. They've been doing this for 20 years and they understand what they're doing. And that's what I'd say to the naysayers: come and talk to me and let me show you what I know. And you'll be I reckon everyone I show will heavily consider doing it.
If I mean, he showed me, and we just went to lunch.
You were blown away.
Within 20 minutes, everything he was saying just makes sense.
It clicks.
It just makes sense.
I feel like I'm good at explaining it too.
You are. If you take the minute to sit down and actually hear someone out and let them show you, do it properly. Yeah. It makes sense.
That's a crazy thing too, because like so much weird shit happens to us. Like, what are the odds of this? I was actually out to lunch. I was out to lunch with my friend a couple of days ago. So shout out to Chris and Diamond. Diamond was on episode 5 or 4, whatever the fuck it was, and they were actually explaining to me that they were in stocks and shares too. But they had done the cheeky thing where they bought the GameStop shit, right? So once again, this isn't. We're not just saying to buy GameStop because it's not going to just work all the time now with GameStop. You know what I mean? The GameStop's now very risky, but like I'm not going to say how much they've got, but they were both up, and it's and especially Chris, it's considerably a good amount of money, which I was blown away. I was like, holy fuck! Like these are. And I saw the numbers with my own eyes. He showed me on his phone. I saw the shit with my own eyes, and I was like, holy fuck! I'm like, that is nuts. So then. That same night, I've gone to dinner with my family for my mum's birthday, my auntie's birthday with DZ, and I told DZ, and DZ begins to explain to me, oh, well, what are the odds? Because Josh showed me.
That's fucking funny as, bro. That's
and I've
funny
gone,
as.
we're going, what the fuck? So
it always happens.
Yeah.
Life's just, it's steering us in this direction, man.
It's like that right there is just like, okay, cool, we need to sit down and
start doing it.
Figure this out, man. Like, and I know you two motherfuckers are crazy like me. Like, you guys will want to sit there and be like, fuck, find me some fucking stocks now. Like,
do it properly.
Don't get caught up. You got to remember that the fear of missing out. This is a big thing.
I'm good with that.
This is a bigger thing, man. This is the biggest thing you got to understand is like someone like my brother, he probably listen to this. I'm bad with it too, bro. But my brother's always, he's a bit like, he gets real excited and wants to fucking bro, we could have got that one, could have got that one. I'm like, one thing you learn, and he's getting better at learning it. I'm getting much better at learning at it is, there's a million boats coming, bro. You might miss and be like, fuck, if I just had 1,000 shares of that, I could have made $3,000. And okay, that's all right. That's fine. There's another one. Don't let that rush you into your next decision.
Yeah.
You got to take it one analysis at a time.
Yeah.
And then one purchase at a time. Like you just every time you're looking at a new stock, it's a new stock and that's it. There's the previous one. Oh, what if I don't get on this one? Remember the last one? The last one doesn't matter. The last one doesn't matter. It's done. Like you missed that boat. That's fine.
It's
the
gone,
last one.
it's
It doesn't
gone.
matter. That it's gone, and and it's not gone forever. That same company will dip again.
Yeah.
It will. Like they don't. Even on people think like, oh, but like Tesla's been rising, $100 every year. Okay, in that uptrend, there's still dips and highs in the uptrend. So even if it's on an uptrend, that's when in an uptrend is when you've got higher highs and higher lows.
Yes.
In a downtrend, it's when you've got lower lows and lower highs. But there's still highs and lows either way. So if it's like Tesla's going like this, it's going on an uptrend. There's still
dips and
what this method will do is you get that dip there, you get it, and then you sell there. And you get that dip there, you get it but you want the uptrends because you can trade downtrends as well, but you're basically signing the dotted line to make less money because you're not going to make the profit margins are going to be not as good either. And then there's just little things like I told Dylan, like you look at the closing price of a stock, and if a stock closed near the high point of the day, why would you don't buy that because that's going to shorten your profit margin for the next day. But if it closes near the low point for that day, and you open your position on it the next day at the low, when it closed near the low point, that obviously your profit margin is going to be higher because you're getting closer to the low point, sort of thing. So there's a lot of things that go into it to consider, and I didn't know any of this shit when I first started, so I fucking wish I did, man.
It's like just going over the whole stock market with a magnifying glass, really, and just kind of taking advantage of those smaller dips and rises.
And then you gotta like. It's human beings that move the stock market, right? It's buyers and sellers that move the market. And to understand the stock market, just understand human beings. So we work in patterns, right? We work in patterns, and generally it's this. Obviously, with stocks, it's like obviously new people get on board, but a big chunk of those investors are the same fucking people. You know what I mean? Obviously, things like Tesla, there's a lot of fucking people in and out all the time, but these like. There are a lot of companies that it's the same sort of people that are swing trading these stocks all the time. So it's like that generally you understand the pattern nature of human beings, and you realize like, oh, the stock market's kind of like the same sort of thing. Like if it's people that moving it, so it's people that say you can't predict. This is just naysayers that think, oh, you're just hoping for the like. No, understand how humans work, and you will understand that the stock market does a very similar thing. It moves in patterns. People go up and people go down. The stock market goes up. I don't know, that's just like an interesting insight into how to look at it. You know what I mean? Like if you think that there aren't patterns and there's none of this, it's all just random. It's not fucking random, bro. Swing trading is not random. Swing trading is literally people buying at a discount, which brings the price up, and then selling at a high, which brings the price back down, regardless if it's in an uptrend or a downtrend.
Yeah, well, even aside from stocks and stuff, it's like you said, it's human nature.
Nature, yeah.
It's what people do when you have clothes companies and stuff.
Yeah.
These people aren't. You don't buy 100 shirts for $50 each and then sell them for $60. No. When you buy that $50 shirt, you can
sell it.
You can
You're
bet,
trying to flip it.
You can bet that the motherfucker he's bought it for $2 a shirt and sold it to you for $50. It's the same fucking thing. So it's just taking advantage of when prices are low, and then you sell them when the prices are high.
It's just like
it's a job.
The principle applies to anything in life. Like even I have an interesting insight with like learning the stock market. I'm like, you're like, fuck. People are basically stock markets. Like we're all just trying to like sell each other ideas all the time and make us, make each other sound. But we're all trying to make ourselves sound better than we are, and this and that. And that's just part of being a human. And you realize like that's how the stock market works. And these companies like all trying to we've got this new product coming out. It's all just about how they can portray themselves to the shareholders. And you've got to learn how will people react to this news. And there's a how's the term go? Buy the rumor, sell the news. Sort of thing, like buy the rumor, sell the news. You understand how people will, and you'll get better at it. It's all intuition. It's all just like backing yourself. Number one, knowing that I've seen this before, and having the confidence to go, I've seen this before, and just backing yourself with it. And number two, just knowing how people are going to react to that news. So depending on what rumor, like if a rumor's come out about a new company like Tesla are bringing out a new car. You can bet your bottom dollar people are going to jump on Tesla stock because there's a new Tesla, especially if it's like an SUV or something like Tesla bringing out a new SUV. All you do is think, okay, SUV. Fucking every motherfucker's got an SUV these days. You know what I mean? Like you just got to piece it together and go, okay, how are people going to react to this news? You know what I mean? Like, and then the rumor, and then when the news gets dropped, boom, you're out. You know what I mean? There's different. That's a completely different method to like the pullback method, but that's like another. But that one's obviously a bit more loosely
intuition. You need a lot more intuition for that, by the sounds of it.
That's like a Warren Buffett style. You know what I mean? Like, and that motherfucker's interesting. He was just like for 20 plus years, something ridiculous. Like he wasn't investing any money. He was just studying it before he invested money.
So he did the full on, learned it.
He's
and
nuts, man.
It.
That dude's fucking, and he's
look at him now.
Wisdom, yeah, he's fucking loaded, man. He's a multi-billionaire just from literally trading and investing in companies.
That's crazy, eh?
And it's just from being like that's when he realized, like, him in a nutshell is what I said before. Him in a nutshell is the stock market is moving the money from impatient people to patient people. That's essentially what it is.
Right. So another thing I wanted to say, so this is why a lot of the time too, Josh, you see people like for example, they got computers. So like kind of like my setup, they got like multiple screens, but they'll have like charts on one screen, their stock thing on the other, and they're sort of looking and buying. And so people literally do that as a job.
Because
yeah, bro. There's crazy. I'm in a Discord chat, man. I was telling you this before with like 4,000 people. I'll just quickly fucking pull. Look, there's like, I've got from this morning, how many notifications are on there?
Just from that Discord.
You have the notifications.
156
wow
messages on there. And that's like, there's 4,000 people in there. There are some that you always see the same like group of like 200 people messaging all the time. And those 200 motherfuckers, that's all they do, man. I told you, one of the guys, he put a photo in there and he goes, this is my setup for the day. And I didn't even notice. I had to scroll back. I was telling Dylan, I didn't notice. Everyone was laughing at it. And I was like, oh, what did I miss? I was like looking at the photo. I was like, what the fuck's funny about this? And he had a glass of whiskey. Next to the glass of whiskey were like 4 pills. I was like,
so he's just getting off his head and
like
drunk. And
6 monitors with all these different.
Wow.
Like, yeah,
that's nuts.
It's insane, man. Like,
wow.
And they're like, and I'm in with these people. Like, I can talk to that fucking guy and say, and he says, hey guys, I'm buying BLSP here at, it's at the 21 EMA and it's looking like a buy right here, guys. But again, even with that, that's obviously more high level than going off a YouTube video. Like going off this Discord chat is a much safer bet than just watching a YouTube video. But even still, okay, cool. This guy's buying now, but let me see what I can find first. So that's what you got to do your own research. Do your own research, and he said, and they all say that too. And the guy that's like the moderator of the chat, who's the guy? He's a YouTuber. He's called the Traveling Trader. I'd recommend.
I subscribe to that guy.
He's a mad dog, man. He's just literally just travels around the world and trades stocks. And he's always like, yo guys, I'm coming at you from so and so. He's always in a different place. Like he's at the last week he was at the Ritz-Carlton in fucking, which is like one of the most expensive hotels you can stay at. He was somewhere, I don't even, fucking Siberia or something. I don't know where the fuck he was, bro. He was somewhere snowy. And I'm just like, he's always in there like saying, guys, this is my he puts his portfolio in there. He's like, this is my portfolio, and he says, do not buy what I buy. Do your own research.
Yes.
Do your own research. You know what I mean?
Now.
And that's just, you have to. Otherwise, it's just like you can't just go off what other people are doing because you're not getting it real time either. You know what I mean? Like even in the Discord chat, like he's given his portfolio updates like once a week. In between the week, he's made hundreds of trades, man. You're not getting that real time. And he's making those trades very strategically. And he's not letting you know, like, hey, sometimes he does. And you see why he's doing it. And that's kind of, that's good to have. But even still, like you say, I'm about to buy this, I'm about to make a position here. You still got to look into it, man. Don't just fucking buy it because he says to buy it. And he says that himself, you know what I mean? That's why there's in the stock community, a lot of people probably think there's just a bunch of arseholes in there. They're actually pretty considerate guys, man. Because if he doesn't have to say that. He could just say, hey guys, I'm about to buy here. But he also always adds that little message, please do your own research. Don't invest what you're not willing to lose and all this sort of stuff. And it's like, okay, this guy's just wants to help.
I feel like, because especially these days, there's a lot more people that are just like you, normal guys who are just learning how to do this and then end up in that position. You know what I mean?
It's crazy how I just stumbled upon it too. I can't even fucking remember how I stumbled upon it. Oh, because CCIV. It was the Churchill Capital Corp, which maybe someone listening to this might have heard of that because it was basically a company that was merging with Lucid Motors. And in the short term, pretty much everyone that invested in it ended up getting fucked over. But I'm still in the play. So now it's like it's gone from like a short-term moneymaker to let's see if Lucid Motors actually, which is like an electrical vehicle manufacturer that are trying to compete with Tesla. And if you're somebody who understands what Lucid Motors has going for them, like the CEO of Lucid Motors was the chief engineer at Tesla who designed the Model S. He designed the Model S. And he's left Tesla. Oh, he still works with Tesla, by the way. He still works with them. But he's starting his own company, and he merged. They had like what they call a SPAC merger, which is like basically the CCRV, Michael Klein. He's like just a venture capitalist, which is just like a guy that's just got a fuck ton of money that invests in startups and stuff. And He just like saw potential in looser motors. Obviously, anyone with half a brain would go, okay, well, this guy, Peter Rawlinson, or I think that was his name, Peter Rawlinson. He's like was chief engineer at Tesla. He would have presented stuff to Michael Klein and said, this is my plan. I'm going to try and compete with Tesla. I know the ins and outs of the EV market and the EV industry. I know what I'm doing. Here's some of the prototypes I've got. He's already got cars that go further than Tesla, like in terms of mileage in a charge.
Fuck, so he's doing his own thing.
He knows what he's doing, man. So
he knows the scope.
And I got bagged out in the group chat. Everyone was like, "Oh, what happened to CCRV, bro?" And I'm like, "I'm still in the play, motherfuckers. I'm still in the play." You know what I mean? Like, but this was a couple of months back before I knew what I know now, and that's why. I'm like, I hope the boys in the chat don't think that they don't go, oh fuck, Josh doesn't know what he's talking about. Look, he already lost money. I'm still up. No, in my whole portfolio, I'm still up. But that particular stock, all it's done, I haven't lost. It's just gone from a short term gain to now okay, I'm going to stay in the play.
Long term. That's what I was going to say.
Remember, what is Tesla's shown that it can? I'm not saying it's going to be a Tesla. Who knows? You don't know. It depends how many cars they sell, basically, and how well they are at marketing and how good the cars are and everything else. But if they end up becoming like even just somewhat of a competitor with Tesla, you could be looking at a couple $100 a share. But yeah, again, you can't price forecast. Price forecasting is bullshit. Anybody that tries to tell you that this stock is going to go to this particular price,
they got no idea.
And that's what all the YouTube clickbaity fucking headlines like, oh, $2 to $10 real soon. Load the boat now. Well, that's what all the YouTube fucking titles are. Don't fall for that shit. Anybody that's telling you what price it's going to go to, they don't know. But the charting methods can tell you whether or not it's going to go up or down.
Right. Yeah,
that's legit. Like, that is legit. Obviously, again, like we spoke about, things can happen and whatever. But, yeah, you can never predict a price it's going to go to. That's something that you have to clear up with people as well. Because people are like, well, what do you reckon it's going to go to? I don't fucking know. But I know I'm buying at a dip. I'm buying at a dip, and I know I'm buying at low buying power, which means there's only one direction it can go from there.
Exactly.
Unless there's a good reason it's at low buying power.
Like going bankrupt or something.
Exactly. If the company's about to go under and you've just bought... you just get unlucky. You're like, I bought in this one, and you didn't do your research on the news. That's why, like Yahoo Finance and Market Watch or Wall Street Journal, or all these different like online media outlets. You just search up, man. Just fucking search up so and so stock news, like Tesla stock news, and just see what's on there. See what comes up.
All the tools are there for you. You just have to take the time. Yeah,
you got a laptop, you can be a millionaire. You've got a laptop, you can be a millionaire. Once again, that's it, bro. That's it.
This all can stem out to people who like. Anyone can do this. Literally anyone who's got a normal 9 to 5, you don't really have a hobby. You can literally just invest $10 a week and potentially make hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, I feel like this is the way of the future too. I just see everybody, we're going to transition from doing these full-time jobs and everyone's going to start working for themselves. Watch, I'm telling you, people are waking up a little bit.
The reason why now is a good time to get in as well is because GameStop has shine light on the stock market to a lot of dumb, stupid motherfuckers out there. They're like, oh, GameStop, I could do that. I could have made this much money on GameStop. And they're going to buy, and that's going to push buying power even higher. A lot of people don't realize that. This GameStop thing's good. For people that understand the stock market, this GameStop thing's actually a really, really good thing, because you're going to get people that would have never... I don't hope anyone fails, but you're going to get a lot of people that just have no clue with the stock market that think they're going to get in on another GameStop, but they're not, man. They're unless you get incredibly lucky, there ain't going to be many GameStops popping up. Unless the Reddit rallies just keep going and keep going. But you already see what happened. All the big hedge fund dudes and the people that are sitting at the top of the stock market that are literally have all the loopholes in the world. They wanted more regulation on they stopped people from being able to purchase GameStop. Isn't that fucking hilarious? These dudes were calling for more regulation in the stock market because people that were like, they wanted to stop people from buying GameStop because it's unfair that people can just rally together on the internet and drive the price up. They were saying that's unfair trading, unfair practice.
Fucking bullshit, eh?
These motherfuckers, all they do is unfair practice. That's all they do, man. They've got their money in this bank account and that bank account. They're not paying any tax. Like, they're just... And then it was hilarious. But the GameStop thing is really good because there's going to be way more buying power. Again, not guaranteed, but it's just common sense. There's going to be a more attention on the stock market than ever before. And generally where there's more eyeballs, more and more people are going to be heavily considering putting their money into it. And unfortunately, most of those people don't know what they're doing, which is good if you do know what you're doing because you can capitalize on it.
Fuck yeah. It's so like a game you can't lose, man.
You're taking another bet, but you are. The stock market is you're fucking taking other people's money, man. That's what it is. Everyone's taking money off each other.
It's just trading money. Stock
like the fucking guy of Wall Street. He's like, the aim of the game, you take the money from your client's pocket into your pocket. Aim of the game. And that's legit, man. That movie, fuck that movie.
That's a great movie. Yeah. Fucking hell, what a sick movie.
I know every word of that fucking scene, bro. That fucking yeah. But that's the aim of the game, man. Is just you're just buying low, selling high. Understand that concept. Understand that the buying power moves it up, the selling power moves it down. I heard an argument of someone said, yeah, but what about a share offering? Okay, well if there's a share offering means like a company's trying to raise revenue. So a company might have like, let's say 70 billion shares available. And those 70 billion shares are kind of floating around. And then they're like, you know what, we want to raise some more revenue. Let's release so-and-so, like say another 50 million shares at $5 a share. And they want people, because obviously when you buy into a company, you're investing your money into that company, right? You're investing so that it raises their revenue. And that's a good way for companies to raise revenue. And people, I've heard an argument, people will say, well, what about a share offering? Share offering moves the price. People still have to buy the share offering for the price to move. So regardless if it's people still have to buy that share offering. So it's still buyers and sellers that move it.
And this, you got to do your own research at the end of the day, because we're getting fucking real complex. So this stuff you got to.
But I'm just saying, just in case someone tries to come at you guys and say, yeah, but he didn't mention share offerings. Well, there you go. I did now. I did now.
Because I know a lot of people listening, just from talking amongst our friends and stuff lately, people are getting interested in this. And like we thought
it's because of GameStop.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Stuff like that. Yeah. Like people were just, everyone's doing more stuff at home and for themselves, and people were just waking up a bit. So, do your research, and take a minute to learn, and you might, if you're interested, and if not, just, continue on with your life.
If you're someone who doesn't deal well with uncertainty and a bit of pressure and anxiety or whatever, it's not for you, man. It's like, because you're going to be clouded, your judgment's going to be clouded. You've got to be a certain type of dude or girl who's willing to sit there in front of a monitor and just study numbers and sweat, and
that's where people then sort of freak out and don't do it. Because I mean, my goal personally is obviously I don't want to fucking work anymore. Like I don't want to do a bullshit 9 to 5.
So you shouldn't. So you fucking shouldn't, man.
If I just say, even if you could just make even a couple, say $300, $200 a day from shares, that's enough to support you and pay your bills.
That's exactly it.
Then I can stay home and focus on music while still surviving and paying bills.
Yeah.
And that to me is the dream come true, really.
That's it.
And it is possible.
100%. 1,000. I can show you 100 examples right now of how that's possible.
It can literally happen.
The amount of times I've seen, and I'm trying to scale, my goal is to scale myself where I'm trading 3,000 shares in a 10-day period. That's like my first goal. Let's say 6 to 8 months. I want to be within a 10-day period trading 3,000 shares. And I've seen it fucking hundreds of times now, where I'm like, if I just had 1,000 of this, 1,000 of that, and 1,000 of that, totaling 3,000 of 3 different companies, 10 grand. You know what I mean? Like, wow. You'd have 10 grand, and I've seen it hundreds of times. Like I'll show you after this. I'm not bullshitting you. Like I'll show you with this method, depending on what's called the RSI and the exit point RSI and the moving averages and then the MACD indicator and all the other things. This is all complex stuff, but all the confluence there. And I'm still like, there's still a bit of fear. I'm like, oh, okay, I still would have made money, but not as much as I could have if I had have been a bit more intuitive with it and actually taken the time to look at it and don't get it. You get so excited.
I
can get so fucking excited when you see it. Like, fuck, I could have made, even when you see one, you're like, I could have just made $100 last night, man. Like, fuck. You know what I mean? And it's like, all I had to do was swipe a button on my phone and I've made $100 I didn't have. And it's all in US dollars because I trade.
So that converts then even higher for us.
Yeah, it's like $120 or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you do the maths in your head and you're like, fuck. And there's been a few weeks where I'm like, I didn't make this much this week. That's right, because I made another $200 on the fucking stock market. So I made this much this week. And you get excited and it's like, oh.
It's just extra pocket money, just free money.
But that's bro, in 2 years from now, that's like, I think, well, you think realistic. I hate that word, fucking realistic. But let's say 2 years from now, that's my job, man. You know what I mean? Like this PT and gig, I fucking love it. I love it, but obviously it's like it requires you to be there and this and that. And I'm tied down to a location and, and I've even talked to my clients about this sort of stuff, and they get it, man. They're not offended.
It makes sense, man. It makes sense.
Like they want to learn it too. Like there's a few of my clients that are like, oh, I want to learn this and this and that, and I'm like, I show them, and again, I'm not trying to pressure them into it or anything, but I just show. I let people make up their own mind.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
And I show you, and if you I don't want to sound mean or anything, but I don't give a fuck if you do it or don't do it. I'm just going to show you what I know, and then just, in my back of my mind, I hope you do it. I hope you try. I hope you don't just like, oh, it's too good to be true. Because I can show you I can show you 100 examples of how it's not too good to be true.
And just to be clear, right, I've known Josh for a very, very long time. We are great friends. So he was just like me. He started off just like me, the same tools as me. And he's just taking advantage of it. So it's not like he's a professional guy. He knows all this shit and he's coming. This is my childhood friend.
Yeah, I was an idiot. I'm still an idiot,
all this
bro.
shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm still a fucking idiot. Like I just, I just don't really take myself very seriously, which might sound counterintuitive, but like, or counterproductive or whatever. But I just like, I've been most of my life been too worried about every little decision I make and and I've kind of been trying to figure out why that is. Like, why am I worried about every little decision I make? And it's because I'm an egomaniac like everyone else. Everyone's an egomaniac. Everyone's worried about that. And it's because you, in your head, seeing through your eyes and experiencing through your ears and everything else, like you're the center of the universe as far as you're concerned. And everyone's the same. And I took a step back from that and realized like...
The spotlight, like I was saying last episode.
Everyone thinks they're the main character of the story,
true,
man. But you're not.
You're not.
Right? You're not. Like, you're not.
Relax,
you're really
sweetie.
not.
Just relax. Like, just fucking... don't take yourself so good. Like when you're crying about something, like someone who's like real depressed. I'm not trying to make light of depression,
Yeah,
but when
you're
depressed, like when somebody who's depressed right now, like what is happening to you? That's just like to you. You're just this little person on a ball floating through infinity. All right, don't forget that. That's important.
Yes.
That's important. Don't forget that. Like how small. Why do you feel like this thing? You should be torturing yourself mentally every single fucking day because of some shit that's happened to you that you can't do anything about.
You put yourself in heaven or in hell. That's what I've been saying, man. Life is a figment of your mind.
It's not. For me, once you, and it takes a while, but took me a while to kind of get in this headspace where I'm just like, whatever, man. Like we'll just see how it goes. And I like what like people like I listen to Joe Rogan all the fucking time.
Joe Rogan's mad.
And he says like people always ask him like, so what's like your yearly goal or whatever? And he's like, man, I just fucking grind, man. I just fucking grind. Like I don't think about where this could go. I just do stuff and see what happens.
Do it.
And
Don't
just
think
do
about
it.
like it doesn't, that's why when I said that thing with the stock market, like 2 years and realistic, like I hate that shit. Like I don't know how long it's going to take me to scale this up. I don't know. It depends on how much profit margins I get or whatever stocks I stumble across. I don't fucking know, nor do I care.
Just start.
I'm confident in the method. That's all that matters. I'm confident in the method and what the method can do and what I've seen. I've backed it. I was with a client of mine. I was like, I just said to him, you pick a company. He said Boeing. I was like, okay, cool. Boeing, like the aircraft company. I was like, okay, cool. You could have made money here. You could have made money here. Or not as much there, but a little bit. You could have made money here. Okay, cool. Pick another company. Okay, you could have made money there. You could have made money there. Not quite there, but you almost would have got in, but didn't quite meet. I'm confident in the method, man, and that's
crazy, man.
I've stumbled across this stock method in the best time in my fucking life that I possibly could have, man, because I'm at my crazy point where I'm like, I hate to sound like I don't give a fuck, as in I've realized for me personally, the whole like thing of like not giving a fuck what other people think, that's like a battle that ain't worth fighting, because the reality is we're humans. We do give a fuck what other people think,
you can't
bro.
help it, man.
Like all these, like you see these rappers with their chains and this and that. Like, this is an example I like to use. Like even someone like Drake, you might think, man, that guy he just doesn't give a fuck about no one, man. The reason he's Drake, the reason he grinded all those fucking years to get to where he is because he gives a fuck a lot about what other people think about him. That's what gets people out of the bed in the morning, man. Otherwise, you would just go live in the woods or some shit, like, you know what I mean? But of course you care about what other people think.
That's very interesting.
So that's like me. That's why I'm like, I don't know, whenever I hear people say, yeah, man, I don't really care what other people think of me. It's like, of course you do.
You do in some capacity.
I've realized that's, for me personally, I'm not trying to knock anyone, that I just think it's a battle not worth fighting. What I do is I don't give a fuck that I give a fuck, if that makes sense. Like I'm like, cool, man. I didn't choose to be a human. Here I am, thrusted into this world where we've got money, we've got currency, we've got fucking Instagram, we've got clothes, and fucking we're attracted to girls and girls are attracted to guys. I'm just thrusted into this thing, man. Stop trying to fight what you are and just let it be. And just do shit, man. Like just like
Just
I said to
do
Dylan,
shit.
I was like, I just flail my arms around in the air.
Like we went to lunch the other
I didn't
day.
think about what was going on in my head. I can just fucking, you know what I mean? Like you can just
Wait,
grab,
what? Let me hear this.
you can just grab your phone and do stocks,
Just
regardless
throw
of how you feel in your head. Or you can grab your phone, like if you're trying to start a clothing business or whatever the fuck you're trying to make music. You can just sit in front of that computer, and do your thoughts stop you from moving your hands? Like, do they stop you from walking? No. Like you can just, regardless of how you feel, just do shit, and that's where I'm at in my head. Like I'm not trying to prescribe this to people.
This is some very crazy shit you're saying, Josh.
Hold on. What were you saying?
I was saying we went to lunch.
Yeah.
And a while back, and we were having lunch, and this guy was basically saying that to me. And he's like, "There's people." He's like, "I don't care. I could just flail my arms in the air in the middle of the restaurant." He's doing this. He's like,
I'm crazy, man.
He's got holy shit. So he's just doing these and the fucking.
Yeah, I was like, no, but I just like.
he was making a point.
I like to be a dickhead. Right? I like to make him laugh and shit. So I was just being a fuckwit, and I know people are really gonna laugh at that. But like, I'm just saying, for me, I'm just at a point in my head where I'm just like almost like in sort of. I don't know, like autopilot mode.
You're not bound by your feelings, is what you're saying.
I mean? I'm not a slave to what I'm scared of anymore. Like I'm not a slave to what I'm fucking my insecurities and that because you just let the insecurities happen. They're always going to be there.
Just do what you got to do.
Do shit, man. Just the only thing that matters is fucking action. That's it.
Well, in this day and age, this is the day and age and the time where people can literally do whatever the fuck they want. You got the power of the internet.
The tools are everywhere.
You got apps that can help you, trade stocks. You got like Instagram alone. We say this all the time, especially for like producers, man. And Instagram is such a powerful free tool. You can get so much reach,
and everyone's on it.
Everyone's
on it, bro. Everyone's on it.
it.
Like I've got my PT business. I've only got 200 likes on the Facebook page, man. Like there's a very small community of people that are even like
but that's 200 people.
200 people. You know what I mean?
That's a lot of people.
And it's just it doesn't make much. Like you guys, like you were talking about that last time. Like you get yourself like 20, 30,000 monthly listeners, and there you go, bro.
That's enough.
That's your job, man. There's your job now. Like there's an income. That you can do like shows here and there around like I don't know, most of your shows I would say would be in like New South Wales or whatever, like you know what I mean, like but who gives a fuck?
It's the best time to be young and with this technology. Like you really got to take advantage of all this shit.
There's no excuse anymore. That's how I look
pretty
at it.
much.
I don't want to like come at people and make people feel insecure or whatever, but there's no excuse. Like if you have something you're interested in or some sort of passion, there's not really any reason why you can't do it. And that's why I've kind of got this mindset that I'm in. It might sound a bit crazy, and I'm trying to make it sound crazier than it really is because I like to make fun of it and whatever. But I like flow my arms in the air. But but that's a good example though. Like I'm just saying,
proving a point.
You can do shit without thinking about it. Like you don't, which is very hard. It's almost impossible as a human to. You're always going to think of at least two possible scenarios of how something could go down. But you got to limit those possible scenarios. That's what you got to do. You got to limit like the possible scenarios of how this could turn out, that could turn out. Just limit that. You're never going to get rid of it, but just try to limit it. I don't know. That's like for me, that's like the anti-anxiety.
That's how you've kind of coped with it, found a way of coping with that shit.
And bro, I've got anxiety ingrained into my DNA, man.
Yeah,
like,
me too, man. I'm a real anxious guy
my
too.
Family background and everything, and this is how I deal with it. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to say everybody has to deal with it the way I deal with it. But I'm just talking, man. I'm just saying this is how I deal with it, and maybe this will help some people. Maybe it won't. You know what I mean? Like I hope it does, but yeah, it's just how I think.
Everyone is different. You know what I mean? So people's lives and people take things differently. But this is just how you've grown up and learned to fucking deal with the shit that
I'm fucking nuts, bro. I'm nuts.
But another thing I wanted to say before we took the last intermission to ask you, I'm going to change the pace here. You like hip hop. We've always been big into hip hop, and Josh always has real interesting opinions on rap, and we always talk about it. So tell me, I know you said before there's no list, but what's your like top 5? Like, who are some of your favorite rappers? Because I know, I know you do. That's why we always have great conversations.
I don't know, man.
And really, Josh is the guy who put me onto Russ, really, because how I talk about Russ all the time. You show me Russ.
He's top 5 for me for sure. Like I don't have a list, but I have 2 that are in the list. It's Russ and Eminem.
That's what we say.
I don't have a list, but that's my 2. But I don't know, but that just depends. I don't know. At the moment, like I would say, I like chilling it. Like me and my brother, we get into chilling it all the time. I like a bit of, obviously love 50 Cent, Dr. Dre.
50 Cent's mad.
Yeah, 50 Cent, bro. He's mad.
So good.
I like a lot of, there's too many to like.
Yeah, I know. There's so many talented people these days.
Lil Wayne, I fucking love. When you guys talk about Lil Wayne, I was like, yes.
Yeah, Lil Wayne.
Bro, he's got some mad songs. Drake, I fucking love Drake, man. He's an interesting dude. Like he's really, you listen to his music. If you really like, I know you guys you like your lyrics and you like to understand the substance behind songs and whatnot. So you listen to Drake, you realize he's an introspective motherfucker. That dude, bro. Like he understands fame and the devils and everything that comes with the fame and this and that. And because you got to understand, he's probably in a position where he's just like, he's just able to sit back and reflect and really understand, like, why did I chase all of this sort of stuff and da-da-da. And in the song, like, Gold Roses with Rick Ross, that's a fucking mad beat. That's a fucking sick beat too. You hear that and you're like, man, whoever made that beat is a high-level motherfucker, bro. Like, that is all the... Like, anyway, they'll get off topic there. I could go on a ramble about that.
That's what we're here for. Just chat shit.
In the chorus of that song, he says, "You made me this way, so put some flowers in my face, won't you?" Like, it's like he understands what I was saying before. The only reason he is where he is, and he's grinded all this and that, and he's done all, is because of he cares what other people think. Like, he's saying, "You made," like, and Starboy. That's why I love The Weeknd too, man. He's another one that's like an interesting, introspective motherfucker, and he's always sounds like he's trying to be mad in all of his songs, but he's not. He's trying to tell you the demons and everything that comes with the fame, and how, like, people treat you differently and all this and all that, and how girls treat you, and how shallow everything is, and how fake everything is. And there's like the song in The Hills, at the end of the song, he says, "The hills have eyes, hide your lies." But meaning, like, everybody walks around like everybody's watching every move they make, and that's just how it is at the top level of the fame in Hollywood and this and that. And I fucking love that sort of shit. I'm like, man, he's done some deep thinking to come up with this. Like, this is like he's sat there for months and months and months and months to make this fucking song. Like, that's a great song, man.
Yeah, you've always been a very heavy analyzer of things.
Yeah, man. I just love
especially
it, man.
Music, man.
Right,
like,
fuck, I love music. So
yeah,
much.
you're very passionate.
The Weeknd's one of my favorites, man. He's fucking. That's another one.
Yo. All right. So we were just saying how Josh, you're really into analyzing lyrics and stuff. There's someone who you should really get into if you don't listen to him yet is Frank Ocean.
Oh no, I haven't really got into him, to be honest.
Yeah, you'd love Frank Ocean.
Yeah. Mate, listen to this, right? This is no cap. So me, Mobsy, and Brad and stuff, we used to listen to Odd Future religiously when we were kids, right? Religiously, and I'm talking like every music session that we had when we hang out, at some point Odd Future and Frank Ocean would be playing, right? And for years, Frank Ocean's wordplay is fucking. I would maybe say it's in the top that of any artist.
I never really got into Frank Ocean too hard.
I don't know why. He's got a mad voice.
Yeah, I like him.
No, but the shit he sings about is because before Frank Ocean come out as bisexual, he kept saying little lines in his music, and me and Mobsy and Brad would be sitting there listening, because we used to dissect everything that cunt said, and we'd be sitting there going, "Bro, I think this guy's gay." Like,
he was putting the clues there.
Yeah, and we're sitting there going,
"It's good that you noticed that."
Yeah, and we're going, "Is he gay?" He's like, "Nah, he can't be. He's got a girlfriend." We're like, "Nah, he can't be gay." And we're like, "Nah, but he keeps saying all this shit." And I wish I could remember off the top of my head the lines, but I can't. I have to go back and listen to the
that's
songs.
what it is for me, yeah.
And then it turns out fucking like 4 years later, he come out as bisexual. So we were on,
That's crazy.
like, we were
People
on
are
the money.
smart,
Yeah,
man.
but you just, if you pay attention, man, like you pay attention and you sort of, I don't know. For me, I just like a song like "Power" by Kanye West.
Oh yeah, that's a mad song.
Whoever made that's one of those beats, man. Whoever made that fucking beat deserves
He did, I think.
a Nobel Prize, man.
he made.
Do you reckon Kanye made that?
He's good at making. Man, when you're playing Saints Row, what is it, Saints Row 4?
And you jump out of the plane.
He
That's
says
a
in that
fucking good
song,
song.
he says in that song, like he that second verse, he's again talking about what I was saying before about like just not giving a fuck that you give a fuck sort of deal, and just understanding that the reason you do everything is because you do care what other people think, and that's just being a human being, man. I'm not trying to knock anyone that's
Human nature.
It's human nature. You can't it's in your DNA, bro. You can't you look at monkeys; they're trying to fit in with each other too. We're the same sort of like, and he says in that there's a line in that the second verse where he says I embody every characteristic of the egotistic because he knows he's so fucking gifted. Like he knows that he's got a gift and he can make something of his life. So he's just like, fuck it. I'm going to embody every characteristic of the egotistic and just like not give a fuck that I give a fuck sort of thing and just go for it, man. Like I listen to that. I'm like, fuck, this motherfucker gets it. And that's why,
that's why they're in that position.
You want to know how to sum up how I think? Listen to Crazy by Niles Barkley. Listen to that fucking song. And CeeLo Green, I'm like, I want to hang out with that dude and just, because I guarantee me and him will just like.
You always talk about that song.
You're like, you get it, man. I'm like, you fucking get it too, bro. I don't know, bro. I just like that song. He's literally like, the whole song is like, at the end of the song, he wraps it up by going, maybe I'm crazy, maybe you're crazy, maybe we're crazy. And that's how he kind of wraps up the song. And it's like, all in all, no matter what you do, it's all just fucking crazy, bro. We don't really know what's going on here. And that's what the whole song's about. And that's, if anyone that's like wants to understand what I'm talking about, listen to that song very intently. And he talks about like him growing up and like how on the come up, he's like, I want to be like them sort of thing. Like he was a kid and he's like, oh, I knew I want to be like them ever since I was little, da 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 da. And then the song kind of builds in, and now he's in the position and he's living the life, and and people calling him crazy and this and that. And then at the end of the song, he kind of wraps it up and kind of umbrellas it all and says, we're all fucking crazy, man. Like, you know what I mean? He's like, he's at the position where he's sat back, he's reflected on everything he's done, and he's gone, man, this is all fucking nuts. Like, even if you're just somebody who's working 9 to 5, that's just as crazy as what CeeLo Green's doing. Like, it's all fucking nuts, man. So you may as well do what you want to do, because either way, the fact we're here is fucking like the fact you're here is way crazier than any ambition you have with your life. Way crazier.
That's so true, man. Like,
way crazier. You know what I mean? Like we're making noises at each other and we understand those noises. Like what the fuck does that even, like, you know what I mean? Like, what?
Life is crazy when you think about it, and people just go through without having a second thought. You know what I mean? It really is crazy.
And that's where the way I think comes from. It's just like understanding that this is just some bizarre coincidence sort of thing. And that's why when you ask me if I believe in the law of attraction or this or that, I'm like, I just think it's like the only thing that matters is action. You know what I mean? Like,
well, that kind of is similar. It's a similar thing.
I also understand that as humans, we need belief systems, man. Like, we can't, like, what I'm saying is, like, take action without thinking about it. I understand that for most people, you can't just do that. Like, most people, you need a belief system, which is fine. Like, my belief system is, it's all crazy, so I may as well just say fuck it and do what I want to do, because it's all crazy anyway. Like, wouldn't you rather, it's not my fault that I was thrusted into this world as a human. How do I enjoy this world as a human? Well, just got to fucking do what I'd rather do. Do what I'd rather do. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how I look at it. And that's my belief system in a way. It is. That's my belief system.
It's kind of like, it reminds me of like nihilism, like being a bit nihilistic. And I used to consider myself a bit like that. But it's
a fine balance.
I say it all the time. I've never met anyone like Josh. We're very dear friends. He's been one of my best friends for a long time. And the way you think about stuff, it gives me a different perspective on things. You know what I mean?
I can literally see the numbers coming out of your head.
Yeah, man.
Like in the cartoons.
You're very calculating, man.
Yeah. I just back myself, and that's one thing that I haven't done until recently, like the last couple of years, is just like, because I got caught up in too much of that, what I like to call like the human being bubble bullshit. You know what I mean? I was getting too caught up in that, like with fucking, do these people like me? Do that person? Am I cool enough? What do my clothes look like? Or this or that?
Fuck, man.
Yeah, now that's what I mean. But it's like, I don't give a fuck. But the reason I don't give a fuck is because I don't give a fuck that I do give a fuck, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
You know what you got to do.
Whatever, man. Like, whatever. Okay, cool. I care what Iggy thinks about me. Cool. Does that stop me from taking action? No. Okay, cool. Fucking move on with your life, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just do stuff.
It does make sense. It does make sense.
That's a very interesting way to see it.
Yeah, it is a very interesting way to see it. And I don't think many people would be as calculating as you.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But, yeah.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of successful people are, to be honest.
Well, I don't know. Just when I hear, like, I don't know, I don't want to sound like I'm tooting my own horn, but when I hear the stuff in Kanye's songs or, you know, Crazy by Niles Barkley, I'm like, okay, yeah, I think I'm on the right path here. Like, I don't know, because these motherfuckers are crazy too. Like, they're just like, and they don't think about what, like Kanye says on the Can't Tell Me Nothing. He's like, you know that song, like
that's another great song.
He goes, I'm on TV talking like it's just you and me. Like, he doesn't give a fuck that he's on TV. You know what I mean? He's just like, this is just what I think, and this is what I'm gonna say, and that's kind of what I'm like.
It's sort of similar to like having an outward persona and then your more introspective self, and kind of just, despite your introspective self and what's going on, just, you know, you got to put up the work front and kind of, you know, just
autopilot.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, just autopilot. I guess that's a good way to sum it up. It's just autopilot.
I mean, and some people aren't able to do that. Some people are always gonna. Yeah, it's you know, it's a very.
And that's why I'm understanding of like things like you guys with the law of attraction, or, you know, whatever belief system you want to do. I understand that for some people, they, you know, that works for them. So do that, bro.
It's like religion. It's the same as religion. I mean, everyone's religion works for them.
I used to knock people and try to get, like, you know, 2 years ago I would have been sitting there like, nah, man, fuck that law of attraction shit, bro. Don't do that. Don't do this. Trust me, man. Just try to think. That is a battle that ain't worth fighting, because you realize everyone's fucking different, man.
Yeah, exactly, like, man. Everyone's
got
different.
Their own way of thinking and whatever, and just like, you know, I'm not trying to prescribe how I think to people. I'm just trying to, you know.
Yeah, everyone knows that. Like,
I'm just
obviously,
speaking my mind.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what we brought you here to do.
Yeah.
And speaking of what you were just doing on your phone.
Yeah. I can never do it.
I put a poll up before, just before we start recording, of 3 different topics. We all gave one, and haunted places won. So
I win again. By the way, this is my second time in a row.
Nicky,
aliens and
you kick this off.
Okay, let me go live first.
You guys go, because I don't know.
You wouldn't have much.
I'm trying to think of something. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the first question is, do you believe even in haunted places?
Oh yeah,
What about you, Josh? That'd be a very interesting topic for you.
I don't know, man. Again, I think that's just some human being woo-woo shit. Like, just fucking, you know what I mean? Like, that's just some naive fucking, I don't know, bro. Like, I think, bro, you're alive because your heart's beating and your brain's working and there's chemicals going on and there's blood flowing. And once that blood flows off, bro, that's it. You know what I mean? Like, I think that just like your chemicals, you're done, man. Like, you're dead. I don't believe in I don't know, like the spirit or anything. Like,
Well,
I don't know.
Look, that's what I said in another episode, that I believe too, that when you do die, it's just like going to sleep. You know how you're asleep, but then you wake up and you don't remember being asleep, but you know you've slept. I feel like it's just going to be that, but you never wake up.
Anything could have happened to you while you're asleep.
Exactly right. Well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, scientists reckon that like over the span of your life, like 7 spiders crawl in your mouth. And
Yeah, bro.
That's what I mean, man.
Fucking
Like,
shit crawling.
who knows? Maybe we exit the simulation and sleep is what real life is, and this is just some simulation.
Yeah, like that Rick and Morty episode.
Eternal Snooze says Dunkley, hello mate. Yeah, so haunted places, I mean, I believe in it. And this is why I brought this topic up, because same thing, this all stems back to just fucking spin out convos we have at work with people. We were talking about the tunnels under Sydney. Have any of you guys seen that movie?
And isn't there a movie about
yeah. Well, there's the cannibals or whatever under there, isn't there? Or some shit.
Yeah, apparently that's how the rumors go.
Well, apparently, there's heaps of homeless dudes who went missing and shit over time, and then the government finally had to say, all right, look, like, we got to fucking suss out why.
Yeah.
So there must be like a homeless serial killer or something. But then they reckon they go down there and the whole fucking tunnel's haunted as fuck. There's like demons and shit.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but you never know. I mean, fuck.
Yeah, I don't know.
knows,
Look,
bro.
yeah.
Don't get that close to me, bro. What the fuck?
Like, that's the thing. I don't know. I'm not saying I know for sure, because, you know, I could be wrong. I don't, whatever. But like, yeah, I just don't. Do I believe in ghosts and all that sort of shit? I don't know, man.
Well, I'm terrified of that shit, to be honest. I don't really have any haunted places. Like, I never really been to anywhere that I think haunted, but I've definitely felt bad energies. Like, just the other night, man, I was staying at Rose's house, bro. And earlier in the night, I went upstairs and Rose was downstairs cooking or something. And I thought in the corner of my eye, I saw like a shadow go under the bed. And I just ignored it. I'm like, surely not. So I go back downstairs, do whatever. And then when I come back up with Rose, I looked under the bed just in case, because I was like, fuck, what? And then that night, I had strange nightmares that felt like something was putting that shit in my head. Like, it didn't feel normal. I never have nightmares, ever.
Yeah.
And it felt unnatural. Like, I was in like an empty game room, and then there was this one figure.
Yeah.
And bruh, and you look up shit like that, similar stories, and it's all the same shit,
I
man.
don't know.
It's bad energy, man.
I don't know.
Bad energy.
I don't know if you're gonna remember this, DZ, but I definitely believe in this because Brad and Jai and Rick and stuff, they're all witnesses to this. Do you remember our old house at Augusta Place? That place was haunted as fuck.
Well, yeah, I was a bit scared when I was a kid too, but that's what
I'm telling you right now, man. That place is haunted as fuck. And want to know how I know? Because, and this is true too, because one of the kids that went to our school actually used to live in that house, his grandma. And I asked him, I'm like, bro, what happened? And he goes, oh yeah, she died there.
Oh, bro.
And
I never noticed as a kid.
Yeah, because you were really young. But me,
scared.
so Brad and stuff used to sleep over, and I remember it'd always be around like the midnight mark, and then all of a sudden, and there was one night that freaked me out so bad. I remember I was trying to get to sleep, and I heard Mum in the kitchen, and she was like banging pots and pans and like cooking, and I'm going, I'm like, why the fuck is Mum making food like so early in the morning? The next morning, I'm like, Mum, what were you doing in the kitchen? She goes, what do you mean? I didn't get up. And I was like,
what the fuck?
This is tripping me out. You're telling me this now.
Yeah. So then, and then, so when the boys used to sleep over, I remember Jai. There was one time I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, he walked home early because he saw a little girl's face in the mirror. like in our mirror.
Bro.
And this is before we were drinking and shit, anything. This is when we were just hanging out sober. And you know when you're a kid and you just stay up and you do a late night bender with your mates playing games and stuff? we were doing that shit.
Yeah.
Don't tell me this shit. I fucking want to know.
So Jai goes home early because he's freaked out because he's seen like a girl's face in the mirror. And then there was one night where my other Brad and Blake Manette, I think it was Blake Manette or Rick Haviland, I can't remember. They were leaning on my wall and we're talking. And then all of a sudden you just hear and it was like plaster and brick. And then all you hear is just a bang on the wall. And they just jumped up and we've gone, fuck. And then it ended up happening so much, we just got used to it.
There was one time, this is fucking me up now that you're saying this because I remember shit when I was younger. One time I got Abuela to come over because when I was a kid and I was sleeping, I heard a scream.
Abuela's nan.
Yeah, my nan. And I told my parents and shit about it, and Abuela came over and did like a fucking cleansing. Like shit.
Well, yeah, Dunk says he's been to fucked up places, bro. There's graveyards in the mountains near post office. They're fucking spooky. Hendo says he remembers the stories from Augusta Place.
I don't fuck with this shit, bro. I hate this stuff. Yeah, it's spooky.
Shout out to Moby's mum. She just says hello. What's up?
Hey, what's cracking?
How you going?
She's on the live. Yeah, so I definitely believe in all that shit, man. Because like I said, we've
sure.
even our mum, some weird shit happened to her when our great grandmother passed away. My mum was sleeping in the bed with her when she was a little girl, and then my mum had a dream saying, and in the dream my great grandmother went up to my mum and was like, oh, everything's gonna be okay, and then mum woke up that next day and she was dead.
What?
Yeah, I remember that.
That happened to our mum.
I think it's possible, man. I think we're on a consciousness. We're all just one consciousness experiencing.
I'm telling you, man. There's another.
This is a simulation, man. This is the first part.
And what, the ghosts and stuff are like a second.
Not the ghosts, but like I believe you can I believe that spirits and stuff exist because we're on like a conscious plane. You know, like Earth is the simulation. We're playing the game here. This isn't our real form yet. You know what I mean? And once we die and you know or pass on, like. We go to that other place, man.
We just assume this is it.
That's like what you were saying. You assume this is it.
We just assume that. I know. It is. It's an assumption.
But do you have haunted places and stories and shit?
Oh, fuck knows. I don't know, man. Not any.
Not really. That's like
really,
me.
Yeah,
not
really,
much.
man. I'm trying to think if I've been anywhere or no. I don't. Nothing. There was one. We had like one of those sort of wild nights. You know, the St. Mary's nights, and I was with my brother and some of his friends, and I think. I think it was you. And we went to that place that was supposed to be haunted, and there were like beads and stuff everywhere.
Oh no, that wasn't me. I wouldn't have went there. Fuck that.
That's about it, man. I don't know. I don't remember.
But nothing too crazy.
I don't remember shit about what happened that night. But yeah, that's about it.
It's weird how some people like just experience this stuff and some don't. You know?
I don't know.
It's just weird.
Well, that's the only reason I believe. Because if I didn't have those experiences at that old house, I probably wouldn't believe either. But that's what I'm saying, which is weird for me because. I believe in ghosts and shit, but I don't believe
in an afterlife.
I don't believe I'm going to go anywhere when I die.
It's weird, eh? Yeah.
So to me, what a ghost or a spirit could be is just someone who's passed and they haven't completed their mission or their soul for some reason got left behind on the earth and they got to find out how to get returned to their body for eternal sleep.
But it's not the same consciousness, is what you're saying.
A really advanced civilization somewhere out there that's fucking with us.
Yeah, bro, fucking 100%. All the aliens, bro.
Yeah, bro, there's some advanced motherfuckers like, oh, we're going to fuck with these guys.
It's like The Simpsons. In The Simpsons when Lisa has preachy.
Listen to this, right? So Moby's mum says, my mum left her body after giving birth and could see herself on the table.
What?
Then someone said it's not her time and she woke back up in her body.
What?
See, that is...
It's, man...
Absolutely crazy, man.
That's weird.
There's crazy shit.
That is weird.
Aaron says, oh my God, Joshy. So, yeah, see, like, so there is... I don't know. I believe in the demons and spirits, but I don't believe I'm going to go anywhere.
Oh, I don't believe in it.
And if there is a hell, I'm going there.
I don't necessarily believe in it, but if I watch The Conjuring, that shit scares the fuck out of me, and then I can't sleep for the next 3 fucking nights, bro. That shit scares
I don't
the
watch
shit out
that
of me,
shit.
man.
I've never seen a scary movie in my life.
The Conjuring, don't watch that shit, bro.
I fucking hate scary shit. Why would you want to be scared? It's a negative emotion.
That's why I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it because I don't want to believe in it after watching that fucking movie, bro.
Hey.
Fuck that. That movie's fucking terrible. I went with my little fucking 13-year-old girlfriend at the time, bro, and I was wetting my pants, man. I was fucking wet.
You were both 13. You were both 13.
We snuck in. We weren't even old enough to go and see it, bro. But yeah, that was fucked. Oh man,
Well,
I couldn't sleep, man. I fucking couldn't sleep, man. It was
me
bad.
and Chloe, when the first 2 years of our relationship, we literally only watched scary movies.
Yeah, you're a fucking idiot.
And
Why?
I'm talking ones that were fucking making us both like sit there and go, holy fuck. And then we watched so many of them that now we've stopped because we've scared the absolute fuck out of us.
It's bad energy,
Bro.
man. You don't want that shit.
Nah.
You don't want
we,
that shit.
we went and saw Remember we watched Paranormal Activity 3?
Nah, I wouldn't have watched that. I didn't go.
that
I
wasn't
definitely
you.
didn't go.
we're with Pierce, and I'm pretty sure Deggs was there, and fuck who else?
Yeah, all the school
Oh,
friends.
bro, that was fucked. We were shitting out. People were telling us to shut up. People were like turning around going, shh, we're in a fucking movie. Like, it's fucking scary. What are we gonna do? We're fucking screaming. Where they're like, oh fuck, it's doing it. Like, there was this camera in the movie where it would, like some kitchen camera, and it would just rotate like that, and then stop, and then go back the other way. And you're just waiting for something to pop up on the fucking
Yeah, I can't watch that. Fuck that. I don't even like talking about it.
Hendo's got another one. He says, bro, same thing happened to my mum when she gave birth to Palmy, which is his brother. She gave birth early as fuck and she flatlined. So she died, but then her nan pushed her back.
What?
The
Yeah,
fuck?
bro. So you know what I mean?
But the thing with that stuff too is it could be independent to every person.
No worries,
man.
Mummy
Maybe.
Mobs. She says, have a great afternoon, guys. Let her know when we restock the merch.
Okay, you too. I will. Thanks for dropping by.
Peace out, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, when you die, it could be a different thing for everyone, maybe too. You know, like who knows?
Yeah,
In saying that too, what it could also be, because I don't believe my body's gonna go anywhere. I feel like, example, if I had an experience where I died and say my mum come and said, oh no, it's not your time, push me back, I would then probably put that down as my belief as a human. My will to live was so strong that I literally forced myself.
That's possible. Yeah,
I
that's
forced myself to
And that
come
was your
back,
way of doing
and
it.
that was my way
Yeah.
of doing it. Picturing my mother, like, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
That could be another
The
analogy.
brain
or-
is weird, man.
Yeah,
You don't know
fuck
shit
yeah.
about the brain and how it works. You don't know. Like, it could just be that. That could be it, man. It could,
Have you seen that Neuralink shit they're doing?
Yeah,
Elon
bro,
Musk?
that's
That
fucking-
scares
I
me,
don't want
bro.
that, man.
Yeah,
I don't want
I can
that.
picture you having one of
But
those,
it's-
but you got one now, lad.
Yeah, but it's gonna be it's gonna be like the whole like getting people that don't want to get the COVID test because they're scared of what could be in it. It's gonna be the same thing. Everyone's gonna get a COVID test because otherwise you're gonna be one of those piece of shits that doesn't get
Yeah,
a COVID test. And it's gonna be the
anti-vax.
same thing with Neuralink. Like Neuralink's gonna make everybody. Supposed to make everybody better people, and it's going to start off a bit weird. No one's going to want to do it, but then a few people are going to do it, and then they're going to be like, "Look, we don't lie to each other anymore. We're not this. We're not deceitful, and whatever." And then a few more people are going to get it, and then a few, because if you know what Neuralink is, it's like where you can essentially read each other's minds and shit.
Control computers of your
Oh,
brain.
man,
Like, it's going to help paraplegics move,
Yeah.
and it's scary shit, man.
It's
I,
gonna- and
that,
you know-
I like Elon Musk, but I don't like that.
No, that's I don't want.
Yeah,
I don't want that shit. bro.
that is not.
But it's happening, man. That's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's happening.
We're going
It's
to
coming.
Mars, bro. Crazy shit.
That's coming, man.
Because
That's coming.
unfortunately, humans will always be
Abusive.
the same and abuse it, and there will always be the cunts that then try to use that shit for power and profit. And
It's gonna be hard to do that though. If you can read each other's minds.
nah, trust me, bro.
With
There
the-
there
like,
will
I
be
don't know.
I'm
ways.
never getting that shit, bro. Fuck that,
shit
man.
can
You have to
fuck right
fucking
off.
kill me. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit can
It's
fuck
fucking-
right off.
it
That
is
that
scary as
fucking
fuck.
But you never know. I mean, I'm pretty optimistic about the future always, and I never used to be. But ever since, man, I've changed my ways. I've see the world in a better place. And when I think of the future, I get very excited and optimistic. Like, I love electric cars and
Yeah.
all this crazy shit. I think it's awesome. But
I get weirded out. I'm like, where is this gonna go?
but
Like, where does this end? Like,
It is
what
what it
does
is.
it look like in fucking? Imagine, like, you think about like where it's been from the 80s to now. Like, what about the fucking now to another 100
we'll
years?
be
Like,
on
what-
Mars, bro.
what the fuck does that
Imagine
look
showing
like?
an iPhone to someone from the 20s. I always say that example. They'd lose their fucking mind.
I think they'd fucking hang you in the streets or something.
yeah, it's accuse you of witchcraft.
Yeah, because back then I literally used to have those little fucking Nokia flip phones and shit
Yeah.
like that. Like,
It's
now we've got
fucking crazy,
iPhones
man.
that are fucking, you know.
Like, little cousins that are like 8 with an iPad and shit.
know.
I'm like, fuck,
Kids
man.
don't need that shit.
So what the fuck? Like, it's crazy. And it's just everyone's so integrated with it. And everyone knows how to use them now, and like it's fucking like if you think about it, I think we take it for granted. You can answer any question.
That's what I say all the
You can
time
answer
too.
any question with that fucking thing.
We
right
have
there.
supercomputers in our
Dude,
hands.
that's it.
man.
Like, you can do so much with that. You
crazy, eh?
I said before, you can be a millionaire using your laptop. You don't even need a fucking laptop. You just
phone.
need to
Your
use
phone.
your fucking phone,
Yeah,
man.
all
Like,
the knowledge in the world is on that fucking
that's
thing.
fucking crazy what you can do. But charting is better with a laptop.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Charting is.
He was trying to show me on the
Right.
phone.
Bro, look at my. I got double screens,
That's
baby.
fucking good. That's a good setup.
I'll have my
You don't
charts
need
on
much.
the top.
You don't need much more.
Yeah,
than
the
that,
charts on the top, bro. You're
Yeah.
gonna become an hour trader, fucking trader by the hour.
You don't need much more than
Nah,
that.
but yeah, we're gonna get into it hard, bro.
100%.
But it's-
100%, man. I'm gonna show you some shit and blow your mind, and you'll be like, "Holy fuck, I want to put money into it now." But then I'm gonna tell you to calm down and do maybe some paper trade, or just do if you can do $10 a week, do that.
Well, like
You know what
I said,
do
like,
that.
as soon
That's
as,
yeah. We'll start off low.
as soon as my international account opened a couple days ago, whenever the fuck it was, I started doing my research in the stocks that I wanted to buy because like I said, this isn't for me. This isn't just I woke up this morning and went, oh hey, Josh, no stocks. I want to do it. No, I've been speaking about this for a while now. So I started my own research a couple months ago. Like I was telling Josh off air, I'm gonna invest in some Japanese gaming stocks. And I've got my own reasons for it. But long story short, is these few Jap companies they've taken small game companies and they've turned it into a very big profit in a small amount of time. So that's my reason. Okay, maybe that might work out. I might buy a couple of shares before they keep making money and the shares go from $15 a share to fucking $200.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my reason for it.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's something I'm going to try out, see how it works and all this shit. It's just now a fucking coincidence that my mate has fucking Josh comes along and says he's gotten into it and he's done it. So it's very...
It's crazy. It's come all together.
You know what I mean? It all comes together and you got to
Life steers you where you need to go. And I've been thinking about this for a while too, but it's just, life gets in the way. You really got to put aside time to really... It's like a new skill. It's like learning a new skill.
And it is a skill. It is a skill. Like intuition with charting is a skill, and you got to just the only way to get better is repetitions with
practice,
and just know, like, I've seen this before. Okay, yep, I've seen this before. Okay, yep, I've seen this before. And those losses, like when you do lose on a stock, you got to look at it and go, well, why? Don't just go, well, that fucking sucks. You got to look at it and go, what did I miss there? And you'll be able to identify that. Well, after I teach you a few things that you'll be able to see, like, okay, okay, I see.
It makes sense.
It just depends on how much you're willing to take a loss and how much how much stress you're willing to take and how much uncertainty you can deal with, basically. And if you can stomach that, then you'll be fine with it. As long as you can stomach it. That's
so. Josh, you were saying that you think if you were able to produce beats, you'd be crazy out of date.
I reckon I fucking would, man. Because when I listen to music now, I feel previously you just kind of get, like, you look at a song as like a stagnant sort of thing. Okay. I don't know how to explain this very well, but I hear every little sound and I understand that somebody has... Every little sound you hear in a song, somebody has, or a team of people or whatever, have very carefully
put it there,
thought this out, man. It's not just
pieced it together.
You just used to hear a song and you would treat it as if it was just like they just like magically fucking here's this song. This is a mad song, and you wouldn't really this is a shit song. I no longer I don't look at a song and say, oh, that's a shit song. The way I look at it is I don't like it, but I can see why other people would like it.
Yeah, that's how I look at it too.
Yeah, like and you appreciate it. Like I appreciate music way more than I ever had before, especially with this kind of like curious sort of mindset that I'm in, like where I'm just I just allow myself to experience
learn
shit.
Things.
Yeah, man, I'm just like with music's my favorite thing to get lost in and immerse myself in. Like when I'm driving and that, I just pump fucking music all day when I'm driving around nighttime and shit. Either that or I listen to your guys' podcast a lot as well. But yeah, I just like immerse myself in music. Like when you're driving and like fucking Starboy comes on at nighttime when you're driving, or
it's a nice night.
It's
You're
just
looking out the window.
Man, I fucking love it, man. And I've been going like back and forth from the city a lot lately. And that city, when you're coming up to the fucking Harbour Bridge,
it looks mad.
I'm fucking on my thing, like scrolling through. I'm scrolling through, like, give me a good song, come on, give me a fucking weekend song or something right now.
I know a lot of people who I've said this before too. So shout out as well to fucking Tim Wow. Gypsies Down Under on Instagram. I'll put their link in the description. I feel like me and him have had this conversation so many times before where I reckon if he got into fucking making music, he would make the craziest shit.
He would too.
He would be making some
fucking
crazy
would,
indie rock, hippie mixed with dubstep, mixed with metal. Like he would make the but it's like he always told me he doesn't have the patience to learn a new skill. Which is cool, bro. Some people just
I need to sort myself that's why I like the whole idea of the stock market thing, because once I've got that going and like
then
that's
you can start
focus on other shit.
Bro,
I
just want to make rap beats, man. I want to make fucking rap, like just straight up rap beats, like all sorts of different, like whether it's old school or trap or whatever. Like even there's like lately, like there's even new school rap. There's some fucking good beats.
Oh, the
man.
beats are mad.
Dude,
The
like
beats
old
mad.
school,
The
new
lyrics
school.
What do you mean? In rap from this day, the beats carries the song.
Yeah, fuck
The lyrics are trash.
That's why people like it.
But the beats are fucking hard.
Like the best example is Mask Off. That fucking beat, man. Whoever thought of that,
Yeah.
the little flute thing. Oh my god. Someone thought of that and thought, fuck, this will be mad, and then whatever went to Future, and it actually sounds good over that beat.
Yeah.
Like he actually suits the kind of song, but I'm like, as if a rapper hasn't just come out and made a remix of that. The other one I love is Havana.
Oh, yeah.
With fucking Camila Cabello
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
that motherfucker, what's his name? Oh, he just comes
Bad
out.
Bunny or
No, that's the Spanish one's Daddy
No,
Yankee.
I'm
but
talking
the English
Daddy
one.
Yankee,
Yeah,
but
the English one.
The fucking English one's Young Thug.
Young Thug.
Young Thug.
Oh, it's such a good beat. And I'm like, fucking, why isn't Logic on here? Why isn't like someone, you know what I mean? That's a mad song, but he kind of almost sort of ruins it a little bit. I don't know.
That's why I listen to the Spanish one. I
Right.
like the Spanish one way
And then
better.
that's why I love Daddy Yankee, because he would have been like, fuck that, bro. Like, I'm going to get on here. And he kills it. I don't know what he says, but I'm like, I'll get into that. I'm like, fuck, that's mad. Like,
it's
I don't
cool,
know,
yeah.
man. I just want to get into, I just love rap beats, man. Like, that's why I love Dr. Dre is my favorite, man. Because without him, he's a crazy dude, man. You watch that Straight Outta Compton movie, and he's like just battling with all the fucking shit. Like his mum is telling him to get a job and this and that, and he's just like, and his brother's like, your mom just wants the best for you, right? And he's like, yeah, but check this out, I want the best for me too. So he understands. He's like, I know mum wants the best for me, but she doesn't know what's the best for me. I know what's the best for me, and fuck, he was right, man. Like,
You got to back
goddamn.
yourself, man. You got to see
Goddamn.
that vision.
Fuck, man, he's just
He's the best.
You think about it. No 50 Cent, no Eminem, no Snoop Dogg, no Tupac, man. Like there'd be no well, maybe not. A big chance. Kendrick. Like think about all the fucking artists, man, that wouldn't.
He knows how to pick them, man.
Bro, and he talks about the voice. And I love that when he talks about it. He goes like, people say, "What do you look for?" He goes, "Man, it's not necessarily the rapping ability. Obviously that you can teach people that and whatever." He goes, "It's the voice, man." And every rapper he has
a mad voice.
a fucking mad, like Tupac. That's the one, man. That voice wise, as if that guy doesn't have the coolest rap voice fucking ever, man.
Fucking
It's funny you say that too, because I was thinking about this the other day, right? So I did a little bit of a bit of research, and so because every time I listen to a Tupac track right now, he was from the 80s?
90s.
Late 90s.
He died in the 90s.
Yeah.
But
Was it?
Oh, no, he was like early 90s.
He was
Early
killing,
90s.
He was killing it the late 80s, early 90s, yeah?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
So if you listen to a Tupac track, right, why is the quality so good? Right? And that's what always stumped me.
There's a lot of remastered ones.
No. The old shit that you find off YouTube and shit. Bro, so I've done this little test myself. What I did was I had, because I've got heaps of Tupac tracks, right? What I did was I grabbed all those old records and I put them into my FL. And I put them in and I sort of analyzed the waveform and played the song with a few of my little things on it and stuff. And then I did the same thing with a track from like 2020. Put it in, and the waveform itself looks almost identical.
Wow. So that's like some high level shit
that
they were using.
to me is Tupac's engineers from way back then they were doing the shit people are doing today, but back then.
So they're just ahead of the game.
So they were ahead of their time.
They just did it without the computer. They just did it in person with the
They
real
were using
shit.
break beats, weren't they? Like,
They were literally doing it with actual box compressors and plate
This shit.
reverbs and
Bro.
shit like this and interfaces.
Like, Ambitions as a writer is as high level technical as any fucking beat.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? And all like all
and
of
the
it,
quality
man.
is crazy.
God
It
damn.
sounds top notch. Like if you played some young guy Tupac records and said, "Oh, this is from fucking this year,"
Yeah, you believe it.
You could fool them.
You believe it, yeah. You
They
believe
would
it.
never be able to pick. But you know how there's some other tracks, like especially even Biggie. Yeah, Biggie's good, and the biggest argument is Biggie versus Tupac, who was the greatest. But even some Biggie records, you listen to them and you go, okay,
The quality's-
you know this is from the 90s.
Tupac's better.
Yeah, of course,
Tupac,
I believe that too.
Yeah.
But you can't deny how good Biggie
Bro,
was.
fucking
Yeah,
Biggie's good,
Biggie's
man.
the best.
Biggie's
But
good.
I'm talking when it comes to actual quality of the track.
Yeah, the production value. Yeah.
And I haven't even done the research. I could probably just look it up right now on my phone who Tupac's engineers was. I haven't done that yet, but I've been meaning to
Dr.
look
Dre.
up who they were. No,
yeah.
because Dr. Dre would have just been the beat maker.
No,
Yeah.
I think he did. I think he would have done a lot of the other shit.
No,
too.
man. To get it that crispy,
You gotta be
Well, he
some
would've
high
helped.
level-
I'm sure he had
high
some
level shit.
input.
he would have had a lot of
Yeah.
people, because he would have had mixing engineers and mastering engineers and you know what I mean?
A
Yeah.
team. You would have had a
But
team
the,
there.
the,
Yeah,
the
for
level like the quality level in the Tupac records are absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Like when I did that test, man, I was like blown away. I was like, wow,
What the fuck? There's
That's
some
mad.
high level-
Wow,
yeah, bro. I think like, and I always think like he's the one where I think like, any rapper would be amazing, but the one that if I could choose any rapper, like like when they were making Ambitions as a writer, and you just imagine like Dr. Dre's like, yo, Tupac got some heat for you, come down to the studio, see what you can do to this, and then he plays the Ambitions as a writer beat, and he's like, yeah, I can do something to this, give me a couple of weeks or whatever, let me write some. And then he jumps back, and you're just Dr. Dre. Imagine from his perspective, you're just waiting for Tupac to come back and start spitting. Imagine hearing that for the first time. That motherfucker, man. Like, come on, man. I'd pay any amount of money to fucking see that shit, bro.
Which is crazy too, because I've seen videos. There's a video actually on YouTube where Tupac, he's in the studio and he's got his homies and they're all smoking and drinking and whatever. And he finishes recording a song and then they all like start like I can't remember if they all started clapping or whatever. They all started like clapping and cheering. And Tupac straight away just gets up. He's like, nah. He's like, what are you celebrating? He's like, just because we finished one song doesn't mean shit. It's like, we got another 20 to record. Keep fucking, put the drinks down and keep fucking going.
Gotta work, man.
So he had that fucking work ethic.
Right,
like, that's kind of how I feel. I feel like, when I finish a song, it's kind of cool, but I'm never satisfied because I know there's another song to do.
I got something about that. What do you think about, because a lot of people with Tupac, like, do you think he would have been the same now if hadn't he been killed? Do you think his quality of music would have declined a bit?
Nah.
Oh, you think? But
he was
that's
smart.
because that's what I hear people say too. Because like,
what do you mean?
I don't
Imagine
know.
Tupac with Eminem, man.
But that's the thing. Like people think about Eminem, he's changed a lot from his old shit.
No,
Do you think
no,
Tupac could have possibly
no.
changed too or something?
He could have changed because everyone as an artist will change.
Grows, yeah, man.
as they grow and experience different things. But the actual quality, like people, I don't give a fuck what people say about Eminem, whether you like his new stuff now or you don't. The quality of the stuff is still top tier.
He's mastered
value.
rapping.
Yeah,
He's mastered it.
It's still the production, the mixing,
shit.
the mastering, the microphone. He's probably fucking spitting into a 20 grand microphone.
It's
fuck
high,
it.
it's high level.
You know what I mean?
shit,
So it's all top tier. Yeah, his style might change, but the actual quality, especially like, so if Tupac were alive, I always say this about Michael Jackson. If Michael Jackson and Tupac were still alive, they would be at the head of music, and then underneath would be Eminem.
Oh man, isn't
they would be steering the direction of rap, hip hop, and pop.
I kind of see that.
I can't see that. I'm so glad you said Michael Jackson. Isn't he a crazy motherfucker?
Bro.
That guy was a crazy motherfucker, bro.
He was another one, man.
He was that's like the worst example of dealing with fame you can bring up, bro. That he lost his fucking mind.
Yeah, man.
He lost his fucking mind. You see video interviews of him like a couple of years before his death.
Absolutely bananas.
He was a
eh?
monster, like a legitimate and you got to think it would have been hard. The Jackson 5? He was like what, 5 years old, 6 years old,
That's all he knew.
bro. Like
That's all he knew.
Fucking, he lost his mind. But goddamn, was he talented? Like he's the
crazy
most talented
musician.
guy ever. He could beatbox. His dancing was insane. The moonwalk, the fucking thing where he like leans back.
Have you heard him talking about
He's singing, obviously.
I can't remember what song it is, but he said like when he was right, it felt like someone else was doing it. It just like he doesn't like taking credit for writing the song because it just felt like divine intervention.
Bro.
It wasn't him that wrote it.
Listen to Thriller. You listen to Thriller, and you imagine again we're talking about production with rap. Just think about production with other genres like Thriller. Like imagine the thought and the process of making that fucking song. You're like, these are some interesting people that made this shit. Like these are not just like you just think again, trying to think of a song as like this stagnant thing that's kind of always been around. It's like no, they pieced this together. You
like
listen
a puzzle.
Listen to a song like Thriller, like this guy's fucking nuts, man. Like that's why I like rock music as well. Like some of the old school bands and stuff, like Led Zeppelin. You guys know Led Zeppelin much?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Awesome.
Right, you listen to like Whole Lot of Love.
Yep.
That if you know the middle part of that song where they start making some crazy noises and shit.
Yep.
They thought of that. These are some wild motherfuckers that were, God knows on how many drugs and how much partying they were doing, and these are just some wild motherfuckers, man. That's why I love all sorts of music. Like I can listen to fucking anything because
There's creativity behind it all.
Man, it just like somebody made before. This didn't exist in the universe at some point, and somebody had to fucking make it.
Yeah, that's
piece
crazy.
by piece, man, sound by sound, and little bit by every pitch of voice, every lyric, every little snare, kick, or drum, or 808, or whatever the fuck, like whatever every melody, every instrument choice, and pitch and someone thought of everything, man. It's
music
insane.
is ingrained in human life.
Yeah.
For as long as humans are alive, music is going to be alive.
It's crazy, man. I love it, man. Music's like, and then you think about like someone like Michael Jackson or fucking. I watched the Bohemian Rhapsody movie recently with Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, that was great.
Bro,
that was fucking great.
He's another one, man. He's a fucking...
He's another one.
He was fucking nuts, man.
He
was fucking crazy. And you realize when you watch that, like if you want to be someone like that, you want to be a Michael Jackson, you want to be this or be that, you've got to be fucking nuts a little bit. Like you got to be crazy, man. You got to be fucking, nuts. You got to be crazy. But
it's crazy.
You have to think differently, that's for sure.
Fucking Freddie Mercury, for people who haven't seen that, the way they made the song We Will Rock You. So I remember
they're just banging on
one
the
time they're in the studio and then Freddie Mercury, this is when he was getting a bit off the rails, he was always drinking and shit. And he come late one time to a recording session and the rest of the Queen band were getting the shit, so like fuck, he's late again or whatever. And then they were sort of discussing, and the band were trying to make a song without Freddie, and they were trying to take the reins on how to make a song and shit. And then Freddie's walked in, and he's just gone, all right, everyone just sort of stand in line. He's made the whole band stand in line. He goes, all right, we got to make a song where we can somehow involve the crowd a bit more. And he goes, how do we do that? And they're like, oh, fuck, I don't know, like maybe lyrics or something. He goes, no. He goes, all we got to do is make a simple as beat that can get the whole crowd going. And then he just starts stamping.
Boom, boom. Yeah, bro. Fuck.
And it works, man.
That's
you hear that shit. It takes over you, man.
He gets the whole band to clap it along. Man. And then now every motherfucker knows that beat.
And he fucking nailed the lyrics of that song too, man. And he comes in, he's like, all right, now that they got that process, which is fucking mad as it is. And then he comes, he's like, buddy, you're a boy, make him big. And I was like, fuck, man, how do they do that? They're so good. Yeah, they're so, and his voice and shit, man. Like, that's a motherfucker. Like, you hear some voices. It's just undeniable. Like, he had a fucking crazy voice, man. Like, and like he was always gonna do something. Like I know I said before, without Dr. Dre, you know, there'd be no this guy, another that guy. Chances are, someone like Tupac would have still made.
Some people just have it in them.
Voice, man.
They're put on earth to do that.
You forget when he died, he was 23.
Yeah.
Tupac was 23. You listen to him, he sounds like an old wizard talking to you, like how wise he is and stuff, like how smart that motherfucker is. And he was 23.
Crazy,
like, what the fuck,
what a cool guy.
Fucking oath, man. That's what I love about humans. This is why I love being a human, because I'm like, all this crazy shit, like you think about space and you put things into the perspective and you think how crazy, and then you listen, you're like, and for whatever reason, people like Tupac exist. And here he is spitting over ambitions as a writer, and I fucking love it. And it's like, man, you just get curious with it. You're like, fuck, it's crazy.
Well, that's what I was thinking too while you were talking. Like everyone, those people have left their mark on Earth. They would die, but they would never be forgotten.
Fucking,
oh, hell yeah.
It's nuts, man.
Fuck, our camera died. No, man, see, we got to fucking...
That hasn't happened in a while.
We really got to fucking get a new one, man.
So we're 140 anyway, so
fucking hell, man.
We'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, boys? No?
I'm good, bro. I got it all out.
Thanks for coming, brother.
that was episode 9 of FireCast.
Star Wars next.
Josh.
Good to have you, boy.
Thanks for coming on, bro.
It's good to be on, not good to have you. Good to be on, bro. Good to be on.
Thanks for coming on.
No, man.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, I hope everyone fucking, I don't know, man, get some value or whatever, or whatever out of this, bro. I just wanted to come on and talk about how I think and shit. And
hey, well, I mean, at the end of the day, I know me and DZ are going to have some value after this.
Well, fuck yeah, man.
This is the first time I've actually had a platform to just speak my mind to. I don't know how many people, whatever, like fucking whatever, like the first platform where I'm just like, I'm just going to speak my mind to multiple people.
That's what you want, bro.
That's what we brought you here for.
I appreciate it.
No, of course, bro.
Just quickly, the plug. We have me and DZ 2 EPs up, fucking close to done. They're almost done.
I'm excited.
I'm pushing very hard for it. Episode 10 will be our first milestone. We're doing a Star Wars edition with Mr. Meagley. I do say we'll hit the 2-hour mark on that. We almost have on this podcast. If you don't like Star Wars, and too bad, you're gonna have to come back for episode 11. But I know that there's a lot of people out there that are interested.
Oh yeah,
that's gonna be next. And sweet as, boys.
All right, thanks for coming, bro.
Thank you.
Shit.